So in the process of determining pay mix in your organization, you're going to want to understand the underlying job content. What this means is there's a couple of like core sales jobs. There's probably about 30 different ones overall. But for most organizations, we generally have like an inside sales, we have client sales, we have new business sales, some sort of specialist, and management. Those are the core ones, I would say. You may have various nuances of those. Like in many organizations, you'll have more of a generalist, somebody that manages both existing clients as well as new. And over time, that does evolve into a bifurcation of that job. And in this case, each of those different types of jobs, generally speaking, have different pay mixes. Some of that is market practice, but it's I would call it the psychology that we want to inspire. So as an example, new business has more pay at risk. This is a natural expectation of the job. So somebody takes more risk in going and pursuing non-recurring revenue. And so they are rewarded proportionally for the acquisition of that new revenue. So generally the expectation as well is that there's greater upside. And so like for new business, you can be somewhere at 50-50 or 60-40. Client sales may be more like 65-35, 70-30, all the way up to 80-20, depending on the stability and the maturity of that financial measure that they're accountable for. Additionally, inside sales would generally have the lowest depending on their function. So inside sales, as an example, that really is just lead generation. So like scheduling meetings or following up on leads and contacts and those sorts of things would have less pay at risk, a less aggressive pay mix. So like 90-10 as an example. But if it's inside sales where they close a deal, then it's just over the phone, they own the entire sales process, then we would expect that to be closer to that like 60-40 or 65-35. Those are the things that you need to consider when it comes to establishing pay mix. Be sure to follow me for more sales comp advice and insights. And I am Christopher Goff, the Sales Comp Guy.